Good morning, guys. Mm. Just making sure volume's working correctly. Sounds like it is. What's up, AJ? How are you doing today? I'm kind of looking forward to a long today. The only reason why I say that because I feel like we're good. Just kind of getting the morning started. It's usually fairly slow as far as my stuff goes in the morning. So it's almost like, do we fill in this gap from this big 1,000 point run up here? I feel like we're having a hard time pushing down. I bet it's coming. So uh I'm not sure if I know what that GBP is. Is that a type of forex, AJ? Yeah, I kind of feel like I'm usually kind of looking for a hot, for the move up because most of the time if we run like a 4 hour candle, you'll get a move back to the top side. So it's kind of like here, you but the only thing is, man, we have this big gap to the downside that all the way back down to the 24,000s. I just feel like we're going to have that 24,000 retest for us to start moving higher. I feel like the market just wants to fill in this big old gap from that crazy candle that we had yesterday morning. But we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Uh, Fairly good trading session yesterday. We see how we just ran the 4 hour candle here. So a lot of times in the mornings, I've noticed anytime that we run like a 4 hour candle pre-market, the move is back to the top side. So I feel like we could easily kind of get a hundred point back to the upside to this swing here. But going down, I don't know anything that's going to be holding us up as far as moving down. Man, we got that big old void from yesterday, so it could just be downtown to 24,000 this morning. We also got like a big old nice 5 minute trend line build up too. So that's another good, to me, another good indicator that we're probably going to be moving up later today. I usually find myself watching a lot of these little 5 minute trend lines. So the only place I see us really getting stuck here is whenever we were consolidating from around 6 o'clock all the way up until about 7 o'clock. We were pretty much consolidating for 2 hours. So I feel like that would only be the only thing that would stop us to the upside. We're doing a MNQ, so basically the Nasdaq futures on the 5 minute chart. So I trade mostly the 25Ks and where do I get my pivots from? Fish Lips, they're on Trading View and change your settings to Fibonacci. So I just go to standard pivots. Here's your pivots. Go to settings and under type, just change I use the Fibonacci. Yeah, yeah. I just copy them from my trading view over to Ninja because I don't like to sit there and stare at my trading view charts. It's just I like to put as I'm going to say I don't want to overdo my charts, but I don't like to just constantly be looking around at different charts. I try to just have everything I need to kind of focus on front of me. Yeah, this is why I'm leaning long this morning because we just broke this 4 hour candle. The next 4 hour low is right here at the 200. I wouldn't mind seeing it at the opening. We just kind of make a quick wig down, then get the blast back up to the top side. And fish lips, the dotted line that you see, that's my midnight candle. So that's the midnight opener. For anybody that likes to follow the midnight opener, I just started following it a few months back, and man, it's pretty good as far as a level goes. Mm, if I could stay up that late, I would try to trade it because it seems like whatever way we break during that midnight candle is the way it goes. How long you been trading forex, AJ? Is that pretty tough to trade? And I'm not really sure how much different fish lips is the standard pivots and Fibonacci pivots. I feel like Fibonacci pivots have just a few more little pivots in the way, and I just mainly use them for reference. I mean, I feel like they work best on retest than they do as far as support and resistance. So, whew, excuse me. We also had a fairly decent little trading session. I mean, Asia session last night. I think almost every trade we took was a nice little banger. Besides, a couple little stop outs on the runner, which I do get stopped out on my runners quite a bit. And so the reason why that happens is a lot of times I'm just looking for the bigger move. So a lot of times I'll have my runner in negative drawdown and I'm just using my profits as the break even trade. So a lot of times if you see me not going to break even, it is a technically a break even trade because we're just using the profit that we made on those first two or three contracts to see if we can get that bigger move. And so a lot of times you'll see that when you're watching my charts. Hopefully we can knock out a little red day today because man, let me change. I feel like we're going to go to for the 15 on the opener. I'm really hoping price action gets back to normal, guys. I'm ready for normal. I mean, I understand every day's a little different, but man, this price action in the morning has been crazy. I really did not take the time just because of yesterday's big move to see if we got the setup on the 15 minutes. And it looks like we did not. Well, technically, yes. So there's one trade setup that I do look for, and it did work yesterday. It was really sloppy. It gets really sloppy whenever you get a lot of candles on here. So what you're looking for is a manipulation of this first 9 o'clock candle. So here's the break to the downside. Here's the break to the upside. And then you're just looking for a 50% pullback into that 15 minutes. And your stop loss would have to go at the bottom of the other side of the 15 minutes. And if you got in right around the middle of it, it looks like it still would have paid almost 100 points, pretty close. We can see what kind of pullback we got on that. so it's easier to see. Now, Friday's trade was like, man, Friday's was so clean that it caught me off guard because I haven't seen it for a while. So here's your, like I said, we ran out the bottom of the 15 minutes at the opening. We pushed back through, and this is your pullback. Not quite 50%. So somewhere between the 40 and 50% pullback on that move before we started moving up. And it looks like it pulled back to about the 75 before it basically went up 125 points. Let me show you what Fridays looks like. Fridays looks so clean that I paper handed it. Oh, I was so annoyed when it happened too. Look at Friday's setup, and I paper handed it horribly, guys. I'm talking about horribly. It was just like a one candle pullback, and I completely messed it up. So this one popped out the top, went out the bottom, then pulled back into our 15 minutes, which is this golden square box that I have set up. So we'll see what kind of percentage pullback we got on this one. Now, this one was perfect. This one even pulled back into like what they call the golden pocket with Fibonacci, pulled back to the 60%. I'm assuming the 50% of that 15-minute candle was just a little bit deeper in there, but still, I took this short, but we were whipping so hard these last few days that I paper handed the crap out of this trade. So I barely took, I think, $90 out of this trade. I had to sit here and watch it sell off for 200 points. It was horrible. And there's nothing you can do about it. You know, it's just, if you paper hand a trade, you paper hand a trade. And look at this 5-minute trend line build up that we had Friday too. I was still streaming that morning. I was like, man, if we break this 5-minute trend line, this thing is just going to keep going. It ended up going down, like almost 400 points before we found a bottom, all the way back down to the 24,000. Whew, that happened at lunchtime here. So, yep, that one was nice. And it closed right below a pivot. Like, that was just like perfect, man. Just big old bear flag here. I mean, we did like what, 2.5 hours worth of consolidation before we got that big break. Look, push through the trend line, print it below the trend line, print it below a pivot, push below the whole number. I mean, man, that thing was just, it looked good. And like I said, I'm looking for the move to the upside this morning, guys. I'm not saying 100%, and I'm not saying we don't move down and fill in the that big gap to the downside. I like the fact that we've almost ran these 2 4-hour candles. So the big square to the left of us, this big square here is your 4-hour candles. 4-hour candles. And this is the low of that other previous 4, but we've already ran this previous 4-hour candle. And a lot of times, whenever you run those previous 4-hour candles, you'll get like a nice 50 to 60% pullback. So this is why I said that we could easily pull back up into the high 400s here, up to that previous day close. Now to the downside, it's almost like, does the market have it in itself to fill in this big gap from Monday morning here, this big candle, and the previous day low? So from yesterday also down at the 772s. But I feel like if this one happens, man, it'll probably just be like a straight waterfall. If you're not in the trade, it'll be hard to catch, be my guess. And we have, well, no, that gap's been filled in. Never mind, that gap. I saw that little gap and I was like, no, that gap's already been filled in. The knife fall will be pretty tough to catch if it's like a, really quick move to the downside. I mean, you can jump in, but there's usually super, super dangerous because you can get that possible wick pullback. But I'm looking for the move to the upside, guys. Just the fact that we ran this 4 hour candle, it just seems like anytime that we run higher time frames, most of the time it seems like we get a little pullback. Long as we can get a red on a funded account, that's all I really care about this morning. Because man, I need to get back on a streak on the fundeds, guys. I was kind of going over my like win losses with those fundeds last night, where I showed you like we were having a really nice streak. Then, let me see. See, make sure you can see the numbers. I didn't really check my screens to make sure everything looked fine. Yeah. Fish lips, you finally get to bed last night? Is there anybody here trading Asia market also? Oh, excuse me. You're at 500 from last night. Nice, man. I stopped at about that 200. I'm hoping we can eventually get another freaking eval pass, man. I feel like I've been working on this 50K eval forever. I lost a few $100 last week on the eval. Last week's price action was really insane last week, but we try to mostly trade the super risky stuff with evals, then try to trade the more safer stuff with the fundeds. I like the fact that we're staying inside the 15 minutes here. A lot of times, whatever way it breaks, that's which way we go. Like, it's weird whenever you're watching the 15-minute setup. Like, this is something Methodical Man's probably taken. He's going to take whatever way it breaks out. And a lot of times, whenever we get that, when it stays inside that 15 minutes, the only thing about this 15-minute setup, guys, is a 50-point stop loss. That's my only knock on that 15 minutes. I didn't realize how big it was. You're just kind of sitting here looking at it, man. This thing almost stretches from like 210 up to 290. So that's a pretty massive stop loss. So I think the safer trade would probably be the if like wait for that first 5 minute candle to print. So what on longs, be careful taking the first hit up here at the 25 because there's a pivot sitting there also. So you're going to run into what this candle, this wick, these wicks up at the 50. So you still got quite a bit of wicks in this area. I'm hoping it's like a manipulation play where it pushes up, you create a big wick, then come back down through the 15 minutes. But to me, it makes it a little bit more difficult trading off the 15 minutes whenever you got a 100-point 15-minute candle. So just kind of be aware of that. The gap fill in looks interesting at the 24.94. Dude, I would love for us to kind of like have that manipulation candle and have a nice 5 minute candle print somewhere between that 75 and 200 fish lips, and then look for the short like that, like where you get the nice classic bounce off the 75 back to the 200, back to the 10, and come back through the 90. Those are the type of entries I like. I feel like I do so much better on those type of entries. Man, we still got 5 minutes. Let me watch my Rico charts. So Rico charts right now are also kind of stacked on top of each other. Rico charts are showing me moving down, but that doesn't really mean anything. I see a push up to possible 350 here. If I had to pick somewhere for us to push, 350 is going to be the target to the upside. Then from there, we would have to see what happens if we get the move back down. But it's what's insane, man. Like I said, look how big this 15-minute candle is. I mean, that would be basically a hit with a 150 point back down to the downside. The moves are just insane right now. We had a hard time with this last April, guys. Last April, the moves were just so big that your stop loss. My camera died. Huh. I don't know. Hopefully, I don't have to. Man, what the crap? Whale. I know what it is. I use NVIDIA broadcasts, and I feel like, and see, I can't close my charts. Let me go see if whatchamacallit's running here. Yeah, I think somehow my Elgato camera connected, and so it's taking over my NVIDIA broadcast. Oh goodness. Sorry about that, guys. Let me see. It's on all three. All right. I'll have give me a minute. Let me get through the opening, then I'll see if I can fix it. I'll just change it to where you just see the charts at the moment. And we'll fix it in a second. We'll see if we can get it fixed. I don't know if we'll be able to. A lot of times when it does that, I have to close anything that's using the camera down. All right, we're just going to use all charts since I can't really. I don't know if I can be able to fix that right now, guys. And that's only because a lot of times if I think the Elgato app must have opened or something. Let me focus on the opening real quick, then I'll see if I can fix it. So far, a fairly choppy opening. Uh, got one of the cameras to start working again. Give me a minute, guys. I was trying to fix my screens back. Some reason my camera went out a while ago. Not really sure what was causing that. All right. There we go. Oh, I was having some reason my camera. I don't know if my Elgato app was taken over because for me to be able to multi-stream, I have to use NVIDIA Broadcast, and so I do a window capture on my NVIDIA Broadcast. But see, if something overtakes that camera, it'll cut off the NVIDIA Broadcast, and I think that's what was going on. I don't know if there was like an app with the Elgato or something like that. I don't know. I did update something this morning, so that could have something to do with it. Guys, so far, very, very mild open. So this is why we kind of stay away from longs into pivots. Yeah, so I have to make sure, like, whenever I open everything in the morning, Nicholas, I got to make sure I open NVIDIA Broadcast first so that it gets the main uh what you might call it with the camera. that thing, that thing just trapped some folks in there, guys. That was just a trappy candle. That was pretty much a retest of your what, almost the 15 minutes there. So far, guys, no trade. We're just kind of just chilling on the sideline, just being patient. All right. Everything's rolling over right now. don't be don't be patient. Go for the buy. Oh goodness. Good one, Rajan. Rajan. Sorry if I'm saying that. Rashad. Rashan. Yeah, I kind of see the break too. We kind of pull back to retest the. I mean, it looks super. I'm trying to wait on the next 5 minute candle. We got about a minute 40 seconds left. The only thing that sucks about this is even if you try to get your 10, 15 points, the pullbacks are pretty insane. So we got 1 minute left for the next 5 minute candle, and right now it's not really looking that pretty unless this needs to kind of close in on that candle so that you have like a tighter candle to wick kind of ratio. You want this wick to probably be less than 10 points usually is where I like it. And then you want to see the next candle just wick, 10 to 40% up into this 5 minute candle. And I hope it does it right below the 200 or right below this 15-minute break to the downside. Ooh, so close. There's the first 200 hit. That's good. We could pull back up to the 200 here, guys, so we may get stopped out on our runner. And what we'll do is re-enter if our runner gets stopped out. Because that's pretty normal to hit the 75, the bounce back up to the 200 here. All right. We got our 30 points. That's all we were looking for. I think there's a lot more left on the table. You could get a nice bounce. But I know that I'm anticipating a bounce here around the 50. So I just want to make sure I got my 30 points. There comes the bounce. That's why I close, because I always anticipate bounce at the 50s, guys. Yeah, so basically $100 trade. Nice. I'll take it. We will take it. So that'll push me back up to needing $900 for $1,000 payout. We just need to get a little green. We just need to get back on a winning track. So woo, I'm so glad we took our profit, guys. This is stuff you got to be careful around the 50. A lot of times this will push all the way back up to the whole number. I still think we're moving down. I wanted to take that on my Rico candles, but man, I just hate how big this wick is. $23,855. Yeah, I just hate how big this wick is. I mean, that's the only thing that sucks. I mean, you're looking at a 40-point wick on this candle. Wow, what was that? That was a nasty, nasty wick, guys. That was insane. Was that news? That had to be news or something. Because that was insane. I know. That was like a 30-point wick had just appeared. Oh my goodness. That was dirty. That was super dirty of the NASDAQ there, guys. That was so dirty. Oh my goodness. That was so dirty. I'm glad we at least got that first good funded out of the way. So hopefully tomorrow we can keep this streak going because we've been doing a lot of red greens with our funded lately. If I can get on a nice like couple week win streak, we should hit another $1,000 payout. So we just got to get on that win streak. We need another $900. Now let's see if this is going to be the setup that we talked about a while ago. Look at this. Let's pull the fib. Let's see if the 50 to 60% holds. So we may get a 15-minute setup here. If the stop loss isn't too bad, that's the only thing we got to consider is how big the stop loss is. So this is 50%. Hmm. 2 minutes. 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left. Lot, lot of 5-minute candles here. So man, that's just kind of waiting to see what happens. I'm trying to be patient, wait for a print. Oh, what happened? Ah, crap. I selected the wrong count, guys. Sorry about that. Dang it. Sorry about that. Man, that did go up in there. The stop loss. Oh, what did the stop loss have to be? Almost 40 points. So still looking for shorts here. So there we go. I want to see that pull back to the 75 kind of. Then maybe we can lose the 50. Dude, what is going on? There it goes. Mm, Dude, why do I keep? Oh no, I didn't. I was like, I'm on the wrong freaking account again. No, I'm not. I want to see the flush here. Runner got stopped. I'm just waiting on the pullback here. We will try to short again if we start moving back down. So I'm just looking to see if we retest the 75 here and come back down through. Need to see 81. This is the level we need to see hold here if we're coming back down. Dude, the moves up and down have been insane lately. $70 ripper. I'm waiting for my next candle to kind of come down and print here. $150 plate again. Nice. All right, we got about 15 seconds left on this candle. Don't know if that's a. It looks kind of trappy. I thought about shorting that, but then I was like, no, it hit the brakes. Didn't quite make it through the 50s. My thing is, whenever oh. So we're just kind of sitting here. I mean, like I said, kind of like the short to the downside, but really don't want us back above 200s if we're going to look for shorts. You don't want to get back above 200s. I wish this candle was a little bit cleaner. I mean, this one made it a little difficult to join. Wow, insane. So there's a 25 hit. If it pushes back down, say to the 90s, and that holds, could be basically going a lot higher here. There's the 25. There's the 200. Now, is that just a liquidity graph for us just to dump off to trap in some bulls? Whew, that looks super trappy, guys. Oh my goodness. Oh, that was so trappy. Yeah, manipulation trap real bad there, man. I was like, whoo. Oh, it almost got me, man. I was like, we're gonna push back up there. I was like thinking about jumping back in, and I was like, nope, 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 nope. Oh my goodness. We're just gonna sit on the side for a minute and just wait. I was hoping to at least get one more funded add on to this count since we only made like $40 a while ago. But if not, oh well. So we're still green. We just didn't get the profit that we wanted on these two accounts because our runners got stopped out. So we were trying to find one more little trade here. If we can just find like 10 more points in a runner. I just don't want to end up getting trapped and basically losing the profit. Woo! Goodness. Look at that pop. That was the 50% of your 15-minute candle right there. Looking good, looking good. We just need to get some kind of little pullback here. There's the 50, 60. Kind of want to see the pullback to the 25. Then a blast back above 50. On this pullback, you need to see like 25 to 20 holds then. We're just kind of waiting to see what happens with the 25. Oh, it just trapped you. It trapped you. It trapped you. Oh my goodness. That was so dirty. Dude, the NQ is just it's just bending you over a barrel right now, guys. I wanted to buy. I was waiting to make sure that 25-21 was going to hold, man. This thing just that was just dirty. Dude, don't. God darn it. That doesn't look good. Don't. Come on. Give me the 10. You can do whatever you want after the 10 points. I just don't want it to be like a crazy dump where it dumps on us. I hate that it's doing this. I almost want to close it. I don't want to let it dump down freaking 30 points. So close. Come on. Dude, I hate when I get within 1 point of my first take profit, then it hits the brakes. We've just been having enormous swings lately, so okay. Woof. Rip. Rip. Come on, just rip. Don't retest the 25 again, dude. We done hit that 25 so many times. Oh well. This thing's just whipping back and forth, guys. I know. It's being so manipulation right now, man. We're I think we're done with the fundeds for the morning, so we're going to switch over to our eval. Didn't get all the profit we want on the fundeds, but we're still green. Unfortunately, we missed out on the runner on that one. So basically $100, 40, 35, and 70. But we're being so manipulated right now. I just don't want to keep risking it. We were just a tad bit too late, guys. Watch this thing just rip now. Ugh. I know. Oh man. As soon as it stops me out, man, this thing would take off. Come on. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. I'd rather protect myself than get wrecked. What did a 50-point rip here? Come on. Like I said, guys, we're switching over to a eval. So we'll get a little bit more less conservative on the eval here. So here's a 25 or 80 to 50 touch, which is normal. So you kind of want to see this thing start getting back above the 60s here. What's up, baby? How are you doing? Waiting to see what this next candle is going to do. I kind of like to see this candle get back above the 70s here. Maybe Nick could push up to the whole number up there. Do it. Mm, come on. Get above there. We smacked the first 10 points here. Hey, what is we already hit the first 5 contracts, so we just got the runner left. All right. Well, we are on an eval, so we are going to take a little bit more um more trades. We're up $300 on the eval from last night, so we're just going to keep pushing it. Woo! Nice call on the reversal. That was a 50 hit at the 34. So that was a 50 EMA hit on the 34 on the Rico candles. So that was like a quick, basically $100 on that one because, like I said, we're going in with six micros. So, like I said, we did up our ante a little bit here. Yeah, nice on the sell off, man. Woo, what a trappy day this has been, guys. Man, left almost equal high sitting up there too. I mean, it's like take the profit. We'll listen next time on that one, man. Woo, look at her go. The nasty girl is just doing everybody dirty, guys. Oh, come on. Let me get a pullback. We'll jump back in with a pullback. I need to see a pullback here. That's what, 75, 75. Let's see if this 200 hold off that 75 bounce. Ooh, another nasty manipulation candle of freaking 40 points. Though these 40-point wicks are just devastating, guys. Yeah, the midnight candle paid fish lips, and like I said, I haven't got to the point where I feel comfortable taking those. I just need to start taking those on the eval. All right, sorry. Hmm. Back above 10, I'll probably close my trade. May get stopped out here. Yep. Line in the sand was the, what do you want to call it? Let me find my thing here. All right, what else? I also need to find an elusive trade here. Going up. Yeah, I'm taking these off my Rico candles. Right now, just a lot of back and forth. Man, that looks like a move up candle here. If this doji candle, a little inside bar holds. Is this the first inside bar of the 5 minutes here? No, it's not the first inside. Well, maybe after the opening, that's the first inside bar. Did that break that candle? Oh, it did. Broke that 5 minutes. Sorry if I'm quiet. I was listening to something, getting distracted. So that might have been a manipulation inside bar. Wow. Look at this thing just dump. We did earlier. We're looking for a elusive trade. What time is it? Okay, still got about 30 more minutes left. So the next trade's going to be for our elusive account. Supports at the 242. Right now, guys, just kind of sitting to the sideline. We are, like I said, trying to find a elusive trade. We haven't traded our elusive count in a few days, so that's kind of what we're looking for next. Is there anybody in a position right now? Is everybody just kind of sitting on the sidelines? Not sure why there's so much support here. I'm not really sure about that one, Fish Lips. Ooh, my legs. Is there anybody in a longer short right now? Or is everybody just kind of sitting on the sidelines? Even looking at my Rico candles, we're just pretty much printing sideways, guys. There is like really no separation for a move up or down here. You're gold long. Nice. I don't ever look at gold during the daytime. Is that point of control still at the 242, 245 area, fish lips? Okay. Yes, I'm trying to just stay away from this area. I almost feel like we need to get back above the run this here, run these top here. It's almost like equal high sitting up there at that midnight candle. Dude, this thing is just wrapping people on both sides like 60 and 70 points. Super nasty 5 minute candle here, guys. I mean, you got just all stick, no body. Uh, Rico's look kind. They're all just kind of smashed together. So a lot of times, whenever like all my EMAs are smashed, we try to just kind of just sit to the side until we get some kind of separation. Like I said, just kind of just chilling, sitting here waiting. There's nothing really to do here, guys. We're just kind of chopping back and forth. This is getting rough. Just sitting here. Still looks like a strong downtrend. I'm not going to take a long just because I got burned on that. I feel like I got burned on that lat. Was it the long or short I got burned on a while ago? But man, I'm just going to just sit to the sideline. I feel like the safer play is just kind of wait for us to get through the 300s up there. And all the EMAs are still kind of smacked together. So it's the point of control is up there in the 40s, guys. So that's kind of what we keep running into the point of control. So a lot of volume sitting up here in the 40s. Is there anybody in a position right now? Is everybody still sitting on the sidelines? Still sitting. It's probably best, Josh. I'm just trying to sit as long as I can. I don't really want to jump into this choppy mess. We've gotten like four straight crappy choppy candles. So I think we'll have to just get above the 300s. Hopefully, maybe. Well, I don't even know even above the 300s if it gets any cleaner. You're waiting for the ES to take the highs. Mm. I haven't even watched the ES this morning. Every single move to the downside has just been another trap to the downside for us to push back up 40 points. Or maybe this will finally be the dump that we've been waiting on. I'd like to find one more elusive trade before the 10 o'clock hour. What time do we got? We still got about 20 minutes left. I think every single body has closed around the 200. Ooh. Man, is this finally the big sell off we're waiting on? It's like, come on. This thing is still very manipulated, like manipulation. Like the manipulation has just been insane today. What's up, man? What's up, California? All right, that was what, 50 tests, another 50 EMA tests. We are get some separation. You would think this thing would want to push down here. It's almost like this 80 has just been a straight wall. New 5 minute candle. Sorry, guys, I got to keep up the time. We got 20 minutes left. What do y'all think? If we finally lose the 20 or the 80, we finally get that dump. It's almost like that's been the range, kind of between what, 60 point range between the 80 and 40 here. Uh oh, sorry. What about now? Is that okay? I think I might have had it covered up. How are you doing? Yeah, if I cover up that page, it messes up things sometimes. We've been just kind of sitting on the sidelines probably for the last 30 minutes or so, outer. We did good on evals. Um, Not evals, but fundeds. We're green across the fundeds. Very little in a few of them. Didn't get the profit we want because of the runner. Eval, we've been just kind of slinging the eval around, but right now we're just kind of sitting on the sidelines. Very difficult to long into that 40 to 50, guys. We didn't hit that level one, two, three, four, five, six, 7 times. Oh, you got caught up in the chop in your fundeds. Yeah, we only had a little move in the beginning. Now it's just turned into straight chop, man. Remember, guys, be careful longing up here. We've been kind of stuck in this range forever. It's been dumping down almost, what, 60 points around this 40 and 50 range. So be careful taking longs up here. Remember, guys, that 50 60 has been a straight consolidation. Yeah, same. We've kind of been just sitting on the sidelines. We're kind of in this little consolidations. All right, once again, guys, just stopped up there in the same area, man. Woo! Goodness, guys, they're just this stuff is just destroying people right now. If you're a range trader, man, this is your bread and butter. If you're good at range trades, I know Fishless be wrecking on this the range trades. What time is it? Dude, I was hoping we'd get a elusive trade here. Oh, is this finally the breakout? Dude, oh my goodness. Rejection off that midnight candle. Oh, that was so trappy. Oh, you took 50 points on that one? Nice, fish lips. Maybe. Is there anybody in a trade right now? So being super careful, but I'm up 1,000. That's pretty insane. Fish lips, man, this thing has just been whipping back and forth like crazy. You're bullish on this one? I don't mind the longs if we can kind of break this previous leg up here and kind of get through the 80s. But I know what happens if I try to jump in. I'll just get wrecked. Like, because I'll be looking for that quick 10 points in a runner, and we would just get destroyed. Well, if we continue the trend, you would think that this would go all the way back down to the 80s here. Didn't quite make it to the 80s. Don't do anything long. This could push all the way back up, guys. Oof. Oh my goodness. Kind of look at this crazy trap that was. That was insane. Dude, that was an insane pump. Oh my goodness. I kind of had a feeling that was going to happen. It's just like it's just going to sit there and chop, 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 and you finally get the break, and you'd have no way of catching that crap. Got 50 seconds left on this candle. 30 seconds left on this candle. Kind of hoping to get, like I said, we're still kind of waiting for elusive trade. Well, we were waiting on a trade, but it's kind of so hard to catch something whenever we're moving like this. This is very difficult to trade. Very difficult. So, like, we went from straight chopping. I don't know. Hmm. Waiting for a kind of a 25 hit and see if our pivot's going to hold. Dude, the delay on this crap is insane, man. That pivot's my line in the sand here, guys. So 310's kind of my line in the sand here. Oh, damn. Losing the 310s. Oh, the 310s. Yeah. This is the Lucif account here. For some reason, since I cross trade my Lucif accounts, I do get a delay. Said be careful here. Yeah, I hate that it's not going. It looks like we're going to take a loss on the Lucif. All right, so that was for 150 on the elusive. Hoping we continue higher here. Dude, we've been on the struggle bus with the fundeds over here, guys. I mean, with the evals, guys. Wait for the second leg on the short. Yeah, we're just strictly doing scalping. Just because we're trading small accounts. Dude, what the crap, man? What is going on? Dude, this is just insane price action. Oh my goodness. I'm feeling like last no what is it? Last what do you want to call it? Uh whenever we had all this stuff going on last I can't even think. Dude, why can't we just catch one of these big moves? Holy goodness. Oh my goodness. Good luck on the fundeds today, guys. Whew, this price action is just wrecking folks. You're getting, dude, this is insane fakery going on here, man. This is just insane. This thing just whipped both sides. It's like, it just little F you on both sides. Still just kind of hitting that pivot there at the 310s, 312s. So I took my elusive back down to what, 500 in profit? Be careful longing into the pivot. We tried to long above that pivot a while ago and we got smoked. Funders were green. Evals were red. Wow. Stop loss is 344. Oh, you're looking for a short right now, Outer? I got to keep up with time, guys. We got about 5 more minutes and we have to get off the head over there to the other stream. I know we got a minute and a half left on this candle here. So I was going to wait and see what happens with this next 5 minute candle. One minute left. 1 minute left. Kind of hoping this would be a better looking 5 minute candle. I mean, I feel like we have all this liquidity to the upside. I figured what 60s or 50s before we run back into resistance up front or up top. 30 seconds left. I don't think we're going to be able to get anything on this next 20-second candle. I don't like the fact of how far it's done pull back. So it's already what, 10 all the way back down to 80. So you got like a 30-point wick. I was hoping to be a little bit closer up into the 300s, then maybe get back above our pivot here. Either we need to lose the 280s or get back above the 310s here. Another inside bar. It's so hard to catch these really like super fast like pop trades where we just pop like 120 points out of nowhere. All right, we still got about 10 more minutes left. I think I'd almost rather see us move to the downside and freaking trying to take this move to the upside here. Comes our pivot. Do we get through the pivot? Got to get through the pivot here. And it'd be nicer if we can print above the pivot here. I Sorry guys, I got to keep an eye on the time. We only got about 7 more minutes left. What's gonna suck as soon as it goes, it's just gonna be like a freaking up or down move so fast that all you can do is sit here and watch. I hate these moves. If you're not in the trade already, it's like all you can do is just sit here and watch. Or if you do try to jump in, you'll probably get effed over just because of these crazy wick pullbacks. Where's your entry from, Outer? Where did you enter your short from? 304s. Okay. I think as long as that pivot holds, man, I think you're good on your short. As long as that, we just need that pivot to hold. Thank you for the 80 joules, meow. Crazy broken today. Yeah, nasty, nasty price action, man. I'm just happy to be green in the eval. I mean, my fundeds. We're still kind of bouncing off that midnight opening candle there at the 875s. All right, guys. Like I said, we only got about 4 more minutes left. I have to get my screen ready for My Funded Futures with Methodical Man. If you guys want to continue watching us, we'll be over there on My Funded Futures for the next hour with Methodical Man. So we are breaking the pivot here. Just don't know if it's going to hold. I tried to long this pivot a while ago without waiting for a print, and that's that move I got burnt on. So we're not going to jump in just because we break the pivot here. That got us on the last trade because we jumped in before the print. Got about 2 minutes left on this candle. Oh, sorry. 10, 12. Minute and a half left. Like I said, it's we always get this kind of resistance around the whatchamacallits pivots. You're thinking a big dump comes soon. Yeah, but it's going to happen so fast. I mean, if you're not in it, you're not going to catch it. That's kind of what we've been getting with these dumps, that you're just not able to catch them. And all you can do is sit here and watch. All right, guys. I will be back on in about 15 more minutes with the Methodical and My Funded Futures. Um, I was hoping to at least get one more trade here on the elusive. That we're 157 red in this elusive from that trade that we took a while ago. So we were trying to hoping to see if we could get that back, but I don't think we're going to have enough time. So we might just have to live with the red today. All right, guys. Thank you, guys. And we will be over on My Funny Futures in 15 minutes with Methodical Man if you guys want to join us.